Sunday. It's 2026, ladies. And I want to make something very clear. Good morning. You should be generating income when you're on these apps. All right. We don't do stuff for free in 2026. We did that in 2025. Moving forward, every time you are on these apps, you should be generating income. I want you to be building your business. I want you to be monetizing your time. Okay. If you're not doing that, we have to fix it today. All right. The days are over of wasting time. We're ending that. It's 2026. It's the year of alignment. Something else I want you guys to understand is this. Good morning. You should be generating income while you're asleep. Yes, you should. I want you to be generating income while you are asleep. This is how we're going to build generational wealth. This is how we're going to build freedom. Good morning. If you are not doing that, we have to fix it. It's 2026. There is no reason why you're not. But the reason why a lot of you guys get held up on all of this is because you overthink. You think you need all these products in your store. No, you only need one digital product, just one. And that one product that you choose to create and sell will literally change your entire life. How do I know that? Because it changed mine. You guys, when I first started during COVID 6 years ago almost, I lost 100 pounds. And on my weight loss journey, I learned how to eat right and I learned how to exercise. So I took all of that information and I put it in an ebook. And I started selling it to other people who also wanted to learn how to lose weight. So anything that you already know how to do is what you should be monetizing. Okay? Stop overthinking. Stop adding more ebooks on top of more ebooks. You only need one. But the reason why a lot of you guys are not monetizing is because you live in fear. On my live, good morning. Fear stands for fuck everything and run. And that's what you're doing. You are so fearful of looking stupid. You are so fearful of failure. You're so fearful of people talking about you. And that fear that you refuse to let go of is the same fear that is keeping you trapped. It is stealing your dream life from you. So in 2026, we got to let the fear go because it's not getting us anywhere. The business still isn't businessing. The sales aren't salesing. The content is not being made. The confidence is -50. The self-respect is out the door because you let people talk to you all types of crazy. You don't follow through with nothing that you said you was going to do. That's the problem. And we have to fix it. Okay? So what I want to know is who on this live is fed up with their own BS. They are tired of always starting and stopping. They are tired of giving up on themselves. They actually want to follow through. If that is you, go ahead and put me in the chat. Good morning. I also want to know who on this live has no clue as to what a digital product is. If you don't know too much, go ahead and put me in the chat because I'm going to teach you. And I also want to know who on this live, good morning, who on this live is tired of living paycheck to paycheck and they want to fix it. They want to change it. If that is you, go ahead and put me in the chat. I want to know who I'm talking to this morning. And for those of you guys who have never seen my face before, good morning. Happy Sunday. 2026. This is the year of alignment, okay? My name is Coach Jazz, and I'm going to be teaching you guys how to build your online business from scratch, okay? But not only am I going to teach you how to build your online business, I'm also going to teach you how to build yourself. I'm going to teach you how to build that confidence. I'm here to teach you how to build that respect. I'm here to teach you how to build the discipline, the consistency, so that we finally follow through with the plans that we have. Okay? There are things about you and what's going on in this pretty little head of yours that is keeping you stagnant. We got to fix it. Okay? We don't have a choice. So if I say anything that resonates with your spirit and vibrates with your soul, make sure you guys are double tapping the screen, like, comment, and share the live. The more we interact with this live TikTok, the more TikTok will push this live to more people. And believe it or not, thank you. There are a lot of women who are tired of their own BS. Yes, they want to start a business. They're ready to escape the 9 to 5. They're ready to live life on their terms, walk through their purpose. So just like this live found you, let's allow it to find others, okay? So go ahead and comment, like, share, all of the things. It would also be in your best interest to take notes, ladies. Good morning. I need you to take notes because if I know anything about you, you're human. You're human. At the end of the day, you're gonna forget because life, and stresses. But if you take notes, if you write the shit down, ma'am, anything that I do say that you happen to forget, you can still refer back to those notes and get it done, okay? So if you have your pen and paper in hand and you're ready for class to begin, go ahead and put ready in the chat. Because if you are ready to learn, I am ready to teach. I need somebody to put ready in the chat. Nobody has commented anything. Let me know that you're here. You're listening. You want the information. If you are ready, go ahead and put ready in the chat. Also, you guys, the keyword of this live is execution. The keyword of this live is execution. You are going to hear me say this word a million times. Thank you, because I need it to stick. Ladies, we have to do it. Thank you. We cannot keep talking about the plan. We cannot keep wishing about the plan. We cannot keep watching the plan. We have to do the plan. Just like you do your job to execute a paycheck. I'm gonna need you to show up. We gotta execute, ladies. Otherwise, it's never gonna get done. We already know that, okay? All right, let's do one affirmation and class is gonna begin. I take action towards my goals every day. Oh, let me turn the mirror on for my TikTok family. I take actions towards my goals every day. Ladies, I just need you to commit to doing something small. Just do something small towards the goals. It ain't gotta be 10 hours worth of stuff, okay? It don't have to be 10 hours worth of stuff. Just do something. Because something is better than nothing, okay? All right, so what is a digital product and how will we build our business? Okay, let's talk. A digital product, ladies, is something you do not have physical possession of. So think of a movie on Netflix, think of a song on your Apple Music or Spotify. You don't physically have it. Thank you. It's all out in the cloud somewhere, okay? You are going to create something to sell, and it can be anything. Please do not overthink. Don't do it. It gets you nowhere. There is something that you already know how to do. I told you guys when I first started, I was teaching people how to lose weight because I knew how, because I lost 100 pounds. So just figure out what you already know and monetize that. Maybe you're a really good parent. You can make an ebook teaching women how to be better mothers. I don't know, just there's something, okay? And you don't have to do an ebook. You could do an e-course. You could do workbooks and journals, private communities, whatever your heart desires. It's not out of limits. There's no limitation to your greatness, ladies, except the limitation that you put on yourself, okay? So whatever you want to do, you can do. Now, I'm going to give you guys 2 apps, and these apps will change your entire life if and only if you use them, meaning we're not just gonna download them, we're gonna use them, okay? If you're ready for app number 1, go ahead and put a 1 in the chat. Good morning, good morning. For those of you guys who have never seen my face before, my name is Coach Jazz and we're building our online business. I'm teaching you guys how to create your ebook, and I'm gonna teach you how to sell it. But I'm also gonna teach you how to create the consistency and the discipline and the follow through and the self-belief and the confidence so that you actually get it done. We're not gonna keep talking about it. We're gonna do it, okay? So we gotta fix what's going on in this head of ours because we are holding ourselves back, contrary to popular belief. It's not your husband, no, it's you. It's you. All right, app number 1, write it down, Canva, C-A-N-V-A, good morning. Write it down, this is app number 1, Canva. Also, you guys, make sure y'all follow me so you don't lose me. They do steal my videos. They make fake accounts. Then they're gonna turn around and message you pretending to be me. Okay, so do not get hoodwinked. Canva, let's talk about it. You will be using Canva for everything, all right? So maybe you wanna post content, okay? But you need some Instagram Reel templates. Canva. Maybe you wanna start that YouTube channel. Every morning I tell you to get your ass over to YouTube and start your channel. Maybe today you're gonna listen. Canva has thousands of YouTube thumbnail templates to get people to click on the videos. And it's very simple to use, ladies. It's drag and drop. You just drag and drop, boom, boom. That's it, okay? And maybe you do wanna sell an ebook. That's what I'm gonna teach you how to do this morning. And you want it to look all professional and branded? Fine. Canva has thousands upon thousands of ebook templates, okay? She said, I started an abusive survivor journal. Very good, perfect. See, anything that you've experienced, anything that you know about, anything, you should be monetizing it, okay? So that was Canva. Now, before we get into app number 2, I want to speak to the woman on this live who's letting fear take over, because she does that every day. And she's saying things to herself like, Jazz, I'm not tech savvy. I don't know what to sell. Is it too late for me? I'm too old to start an online business. Okay, I'm talking to you. Ma'am, you woke up this morning. That's a blessing. Every single day that we are blessed with another day is another opportunity that you have to work towards your goals. So stop wasting the time that you're blessed with and live your life to the fullest by doing things that make you happy. Until you are 6 feet under, it is not too late to start your online business because you're still alive and thriving. Number 2, you are very tech savvy, ma'am. You use technology every day because you are glued to your phone from the time you wake up to the time you go to bed. You're on these apps, sending stuff back and forth, swiping through, commenting, and archiving. That takes tech savviness. True or false? So you will use the same tech savviness that you already have and build your online business. And for those of you guys who think you're too old, what did I say earlier? You're gonna sell your knowledge. So if you are older, that means you have a lot of knowledge. You have a lot of wisdom, which means you have a lot of things that you could be selling. Okay? Great. Now that we got that out of our system, app number 2, for those of y'all who are just tuning in, good morning, put a 2 in the chat. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Listen, on this live, we don't have excuses. Take them excuses somewhere else. On this live, we're about that action. We're executing what we do, okay? There's no excuses over here. Age ain't nothing but a number on this live. I don't care. I don't care. Because you can. You're the one telling yourself you can't, but that's not true. I trust that life has beauty even in difficult moments. I trust that life has beauty even in difficult moments. Amen to that. All right. App number 2. Make sure y'all are taking notes so we can execute. App number 2 is Chat GPT. Write it on down. Chat GPT. Let's go. Let's go. Write it down. This is AI. This is AI. Procrastination. We changing all of that. You will no longer procrastinate in 2026. Nope. We're not doing it. Chat GPT. Let's talk. So first of all, they do have a premium version of Chat. It's $20 a month, but you don't need it. You can use the free version. You will get everything you need from the free, okay? Now, you will be using AI for everything. AI is gonna make your life so easy, okay? So maybe you wanna create content, but you're just not sure what kind of videos to make. Ask ChatGPT. Maybe you do wanna start a YouTube channel, but you're camera shy. You don't really know what to say in the videos. Fine, Chat will script the entire video for you from beginning to end. Now all you gotta do is say the words. Hello. And maybe you do wanna sell an ebook, and that's what I'm gonna teach you how to make this morning, but you're just not sure what to put in the ebook. What if I told you that Chat will write the entire ebook for you from beginning to end in under 30 seconds? Ladies, it has never been easier than today to build your online business. So that's what we're gonna do. I gave you Canva and I gave you Chat. Now we're gonna put it together and write it. If you're ready for prompt number 1, put a 1 in the chat. If you are not taking notes, ma'am, you doing yourself a disservice, because I'm literally about to give you the first prompt. How can we execute if we don't even know what we're doing? Because I know one thing about you. You are a human being, and I already know you're gonna forget, because life, and stresses. So just write it down. Just write it down. Okay, very good. Now, you're gonna open up Chat. In the search, you're gonna type this in. Here we go. Give me 10 digital product ideas I can sell that solves a problem. Give me 10 digital product ideas I can sell that solves a problem. Give me 10 digital product ideas I can sell that solves a problem. If you've got that, please put "got that" in the chat. If you need for it to be repeated, this is the opportunity to ask. Remember, closed mouths do not get fed. Don't wait 10 minutes into the live asking you to repeat. No, I'm not. Because you're hard-headed. Because you could have asked now. You could have asked now. But you chose not to. Thank you. And that's fine. It just shows that you don't care. And you don't have to. But then why should I? Clock it. Thank you, Licia. Let's go. Let's go. Put "got that" in the chat, ladies. And for those of y'all who are just tuning in, good morning. We're building our online business on this live, and we're building our follow through. I am not alone, and it is okay to ask for help. Amen to that. I am not alone, and it is okay to ask for help. Absolutely. Don't you ever forget it. Okay, y'all got that? Yes, thank you. Give me 10 digital product ideas I can sell that solves a problem. You're going to hit enter. Now, before we move forward, I need you to write this word down. Write it down. This says consistent. Consistent. I need you to write this down. Then I need you to underline it. And then I need you to circle it. Because in 2026, we are going to lock in on the true definition of this word. Because a lot of you guys are very confused. So let me go ahead and unconfuse you. Some of you guys think consistent means once in a while, when I feel like it, if I have time, once every 6 months. No. Consistent means more often than not. So, if there are 7 days in a week, you are going to work towards the goal at least 4 out of the 7 days. Just like you work 4 or more out of the 7 days for a consistent paycheck. Hello. Do you or do you not? Okay. Running a business and trying to achieve whatever goal you have for your life is the same thing. You want to lose weight? I lost 100 pounds. How did I do that? I had to eat better. I had to eat less food more often than not. I had to move my body more often than not. Ladies, we have to be consistent. That's the only way it's going to get done. Okay? Now, let's make it easy because life is hard enough. So we don't need any more difficult things in our life. Okay? Listen. It is so much easier to be consistent when you choose things to do that you truly enjoy doing. When you have a passion for it, it's so much easier to do it because it doesn't feel like work. When things don't feel like work, you're more likely to do it because now you're having fun. It's the one thing in your day that you really get to look forward to. So I want you to go through the list that chat gave you and choose an idea that you truly enjoy, something that you would love to talk about all the time. If it gave you 10 ideas and you don't like the 10 ideas it gave you, fine, just ask for 10 more and keep asking until it gives you something you want to use. Ladies, it's 2026. You can monetize anything. I don't have to convince you of this. You see it for yourself online. You see people doing the darndest things, making millions of dollars. Don't act like you don't. So that is confirmation that you can do anything. Please choose something that you love to do, that you love to talk about, so you can easily be consistent, so you can actually get it done this time. Isn't it so much easier to eat healthy consistently when you choose healthy meals that you actually like? Yes. Isn't it easier to move your body consistently when you choose activities that you actually like? Yes. So I need you to apply that same thing to your business, please, so we can get it done this year. All right? Also write this down. Money flows where energy goes. Write that down, ladies. We're going to have a discussion. Money flows where energy goes. Ladies, we have a toxic habit of giving all of our energy to any and everyone. And when you sit down to work on something for you, you can't. Why? Because you ain't got no more energy, because you gave it all away. So now you're the one feeling frustrated, irritated, and defeated and sad because you keep giving all your energy away. You're giving all your energy to your spouse, your boyfriend, your sneaky link. You're giving all your energy to your kids. You're giving all of your energy to your parents. You're giving all of your energy to your friends. You're giving all of your energy to your job. You're giving all of your energy to celebrity gossip. And by the time you sit down, you ain't got no energy left. So in 2026, guess what? All that slicing and dicing. No. It does not make you a bad wife because you want to work on your goals. It does not make you a bad parent because you want to do something for yourself for once. It does not make you a bad friend because you don't want to sit around and talk about her problems. It makes you human. And you deserve happiness. You deserve wealth and success. But you're never going to get those things if you keep giving all of your energy away. So, I need you to start telling people no. The answer is no. And no is a complete sentence, meaning it doesn't need an explanation. Because you need to start conserving energy for you. I'm not sitting here telling you that you should not put your kids first. But what I am telling you is that you are important too. You matter too. The answer is no. No, I cannot loan you no money. That is money I could be using for my business. No, I cannot give you a ride. The time it's going to take me to drive across town, I could have been using that for my business. No, no, and no. When you start saying no, you stop giving your energy to people. And half the time, these people that you're giving it to, they don't even reciprocate it back. Let's be real. So the answer is no. So that we can finally actually achieve our goals this time. Okay? Very good. Money flows where energy goes. Don't you ever forget it. Prompt number 2. So once you choose the digital product idea you want to use, yes, living, you're going to put this in chat. Write it down. Write me an ebook that helps people solve this problem. Write me an ebook that helps people solve this problem. Write me an ebook that helps people solve this problem. If you've got that, go ahead and put "got that" in the chat if you need for it to be repeated. This is the opportunity to ask. Remember, ladies, we got to execute. How can we do that if we don't even know what we're doing? So please write it down. I need to see some "got that's" in the chat. Remember, you guys, the more we interact with this live, the more we like, comment, share, the more TikTok and YouTube will push it to more women who are tired of their own BS. They wanted a business 10 years ago, but they still getting in their own way. So let's allow them to fix it too. So just like this live found you, let's allow it to find others. Good morning. Good morning. I don't need to have it all figured out. I know that's right. I don't need to have it all figured out. I just need to start. You don't need a business plan. I made a video about that the other day. You don't even need a business plan. Just start. Figure it out along the way. Okay? All right, good. You're going to hit enter. Y'all got that. Very good. Now, this is what I mean by it's never been easier than today to build your online business, because chat literally wrote the ebook for you. It wrote it. It wrote it. Now all you have to do is copy and paste. That's it. You will copy what chat gave you and you will paste it into Canva. I got them from Amazon. You will paste them into Canva, okay? So open up Canva in the search bar, type in ebooks, hit enter. It's gonna bring up thousands of templates. Thousands, okay? Just pick your most favorite one. You will copy and paste what chat gave you into your Canva template. Now, when you are copying and pasting, you're anything like how I used to be, you're an overthinker. And you overthink from the time you wake up to the time you go to bed. And that gets KISS. This is an acronym and it stands for Keep It Simple, Silly. Stop overthinking, man. It's not getting you anywhere. It's just wasting time. It will never be perfect. Just make sure it is clean, simple, legible. That's it. That's it. You will copy and paste. Once you are done copying and pasting and you love the way it looks, you will download it as a PDF file. Y'all best be taking these notes. Y'all been writing it down. PDF. PDF. You will then upload it to your hosting site. Please write these down. Stan Store, Etsy, Beacons, Gumroad, and Shopify. Stan Store, Etsy, Beacons, Gumroad, Shopify. These are some of the most popular hosting sites. Yes, there are 1,000 more, ladies. We're just gonna focus on some of the most popular ones. If y'all got all of that, I need at least 10 got that's in the chat because I see you. I see you. And I'm happy that you're here and taking notes, but I need to know that you actually got it, okay? Because I know we not execute nothing if we don't got it. And if we're not gonna execute, then why even be here? No, I'm just keeping it real. You might as well go to another live, because on this live, we get shit done, okay? Good morning, very good, y'all got that. Okay, perfect, good, thank you. I'm glad y'all here, you're present, you're listening. Listen. Now, the beauty of having a coach, good morning, having a mentor, is that they teach you things to do and not to do, all from their own personal experiences. Ladies, I have been doing this full time for almost 6 years, started during COVID, okay? Made more money than I ever could have imagined from my cell phone, a laptop, and some Wi-Fi. But I would be lying to you if I did not tell you that I also made a lot of mistakes. One of the biggest lessons I learned in entrepreneurship, and this is life advice, this is all the advice. Ladies, we have got to get a handle on our finances. Oh, I'm gonna say it. We have got to learn financial literacy. We have got to learn how much is coming into our house versus how much is going out. Because if you do not get a handle on your finances, you will continue to run into the same problem even after you start the business and the business is making all the money, because you have not learned financial literacy. Ladies, problems never fix themselves. Trust me, I know. If you do not fix it, the problem that you have only gets worse. I never used to understand how people could make so much money and be broke as hell until I lived it. Making $20,000 and $30,000 a month and my account is still overdrawn. How the freak is that possible? Because I never knew financial literacy. I never put myself on a budget. I didn't know how to tell myself no. So even when I had my 9 to 5 and was living paycheck to paycheck, I still took those same spending habits, but put them in a new environment with more money, but the problems got worse. And I continued to live paycheck to paycheck, even making after all that money, until I fixed it. I had to change it. I had to learn financial literacy, discipline, accountability, and handle my money problems. And I did. The reason why I'm bringing all this up to you ladies is because you're starting a business. I'm going to tell you the truth. There are fees to stuff. There are fees to stuff. Ain't none free. We all know this. These hosting sites have fees as well. I want you to start getting in the habit now with your personal finances and with your business finances, whatever, putting yourself on a budget and sticking to it so that you know how much money is coming in and what is leaving so that you are not in the red. Now, I use Stan Store. I love Stan. Stan is great, but Stan is very expensive. Stan is $99 a month. That is very high if your business is not making that. Even if your business is making that. If your business is making $1,000 a month, that's still too high. That's too high, okay? So if you're brand new to all of this, you're just getting started, then I want you to start on Gumroad. 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 Because Gumroad only charges you a percentage when you make a sale, okay? They charge you 10% for every sale. That's not a bad deal because until you make money, you don't have to spend it. That's a great place to start. Now, what I know about you is this. You're going to make money. How do I know that? Because you're taking notes. You're asking questions and you promised me you were going to execute. So if you do those things, I know you'll make money. And when you do start making money, then bring everything over to Stan later. Stan Store has a lot of features that will help you expand your business, like Afterpay and Klarna. Ladies, let me tell you what's going on in the world of finance. People today love buy now, pay later. Afterpay, Klarna, Sezzle, QuadPay, Affirm, PayPal got some. People love buy now, pay later. It is taking over. People are using buy now, pay later over credit cards. And no, it's not just poor people because six-figure people are using it too. And if you have a buy now, pay later option on your site, you will make more. Yes, you will. But for now, you will start with what you have. You will start on Gumroad, start building your business, making sales, and then bring everything over to Stan Store later. All right? Okay, cool. So what we just did was we created the ebook. That's what we did. We took Canva, we took chat, we put it together, and we made that ebook. Now we have to sell it. Now we have to sell it, okay? I'm not gonna lie. Sales is 80% of the business. That is more than half. So we got to get this right. We got to get this right. So basically, buy now, pay later, what happens is the customer owes the buy now, pay later. They don't owe you. So the buy now, pay later, so like a firm will pay the merchant. You would be the merchant. So they pay them up front. So you have your money. And now the customer owes a firm. That's how that works, okay? So, but before we get into sales, I need to make something crystal clear. That process of copying and pasting and making that ebook should not take you longer than 2 hours. No, it should not. And I'm gonna be honest, it really shouldn't take longer than 1. But I'm gonna give you grace and I'm gonna give you 2. Oh, and on this live, age ain't nothing but a number. I don't care how old you are. I don't give a damn. You're not going to sit here and tell me it takes longer than 2 hours to copy some words that AI wrote for you and paste it into Canva. No, it does not. If it is taking you longer than 2 hours to copy and paste some words, we have a serious problem. One problem that you might be experiencing, and this is no shade because I used to be the exact same way. You're a perfectionist, right? So that means everything about you just must be perfect or it ain't right. You are the woman who is going to overthink everything. That's you. You have OCD, right? Okay, you are the woman who's going to waste 6 months of her life that she never gets back just to try to be perfect and have the perfect plan with the perfect content and the perfect lighting. Then when you do decide to get started, you're going to take things out, put things back, overthink your greatness, get frustrated and irritated, and then give up again. And you're going to let another 3 months go by that you still do not get back just to overthink some more and try to be perfect. And then when you do decide to start up again, this time you're going to go ask 20 people what they think you should do with your business. And the crazy thing is, these people that you're asking, they don't even have a business. And these aren't even people you would trade lives with. But for some reason, their opinion means so much to you. And then when they give you their opinion, you listen. And you care. Next thing you know, a whole year has gone by and you ain't did shit. Ain't did shit, but waste time that you will never get back. Ma'am. Miss Ma'am. Girl. I am going to hold your hand very tightly when I say this to you. You are not perfect. No, you're not. Ain't shit about you perfect. You are flawed. But that's okay, because I'm not perfect either. I am flawed. We are all perfectly imperfect. See, what you really are is scary. You're still living in fear. And what do we say on this live? Fear stands for fuck everything and run. And that's what you're doing. You are running away from the brilliant ideas that you had that could have made you millions. Thank you. But you're so fearful of putting yourself out there and looking stupid. You're so fearful of trying something new and it failing. You're so fearful of people laughing at you. So you continuously, year after year, let fear steal your dreams from you. And if you want to get in even deeper into it, the reason why we do all this perfectionism, OCD, excuses, procrastination, all of the things, it's because it's self-sabotage. You are getting in your own way. This is self-sabotage. This isn't group sabotage. This isn't familial sabotage. This is self. You are doing this to yourself. And the reason why you're self-sabotaging is because you have a fragile little ego. And you are terrified of feeling disappointed. Meaning you put all of you put all of everything you have into something and it failing, and now you feel disappointed because you didn't get the results in the time frame in which you set. See, the results always come. Let's be clear. The results always come. But you have set an imaginary timeline on when they should come. And if it doesn't happen in the time frame that you set, oh no. Your ego couldn't handle it. No. You hate feeling disappointed in yourself. You hate it. So you avoid it by self-sabotaging. And you do this every year. But you already said that you hate your job. That's what you said. You said you're tired of living paycheck to paycheck. You're tired of your own BS, starting and stopping, giving up on yourself. You're tired of all these things that aren't going right in your life. That's what you said. But every single day that you live like that, you are still living in disappointment because there are still things about your life that you are not 1000% happy with. I am trying to help you fix it. I want you to fix it. Hell, I want to help you fix it. But we can't fix it if you don't change. You have to change. How can we build a business and get more money into the household if you don't have a product? How can customers buy your stuff and give you their hard-earned money if there's no product? They can't. So you have to launch. How can we build our confidence and finally feel good about ourselves if we keep giving up on ourselves, if we keep making excuses, if we keep breaking the promises that we make to ourselves. You can't. We have to fix it, which means you have to change, which means you have to do the very thing that you promised yourself you were going to do. You already said you want a business, so let's make one. You're gonna have to launch, ladies. You don't have a choice. And I need you to understand and understand that it will get better along the way. Things always do. The more you do stuff over and over and over and over and over again, the better it gets. Some of y'all won't even post a video because it's not perfect. First of all, it'll never be perfect, so stop trying. Secondly, the more videos you post over and over and over again, the better it gets. I want you to go to your favorite content creators page, your favorite one. And if she hasn't or he hasn't archived them, scroll all the way back to the very beginning. I know for a fact it is nothing like what it is today. They got better along the way. You will get better along the way too, if you just keep going. All of our favorite businesses that we shop with today have gotten better along the way. Look at Netflix. They didn't always have fancy apps with pay-per-view and comedy specials with Kevin Hart and Dave Chappelle. They weren't doing collaborations with Tyler Perry. No, they didn't have their own production company, please. Years ago, before COVID, you had to go on their website, Netflix.com. You had to make a list of the movies you wanted to see. And these movies were not their originals. These were movies that were once in theaters. You had to make the list, and then they would mail you a DVD. You could watch it as many times as you wanted. And then when you were ready for the next movie, you had to mail that one back. But guess what happened? They just kept going. And over the years, they got better and better and better. And now they're doing what you know them to be doing today. Exactly. Tyler Perry started with the mic showing it. Exactly. So it will get better along the way. So we're going to launch as is. Another reason why it might be taking you longer than 2 hours to copy and paste some words is because you're distracted as fuck. Listen, I already know I'm not the coach for everybody. And I have accepted that because not everybody's ready for the truth. But I'm going to tell you about yourself. See, when you get off work, you could work on the business and reaching your goals, keeping the promises that you made to yourself, but you choose not to. You would rather sit on the phone and gossip with your friends about celebrities and their baby daddies. When you do have time off from work, like the weekends, you could work on your business and reaching your goals and keeping the promises that you made to yourself. But you choose not to. You would rather watch Netflix and Hulu for hours late at night when your children are asleep. You could work on the business and reaching your goals, building that confidence by keeping the promises that you make to yourself, but you'd rather not. You would rather scroll social media for hours, laughing at funny videos and sending them back and forth in the group chats. And the reason why we have all of these distractions is because we're trying to escape. That's escapism. And the reason why you're trying to escape is because there's things about your life that you are not 1000% happy with. And instead of you being a grown woman and fixing it, you run from it. You're running away. But let's take a new path, because obviously the path that we've been on isn't getting us to the desired results. So that means it's time to change something up. And 2026 is the best year, because that's what you said. New year, new you. So here we go. Instead of trying to escape a life that we're not 1000% happy with, how about we just lock in and build a life that we no longer feel the need to escape from? So this is what you're going to do today, not Monday, today. You are going to turn the TV off. Put the phone on do not disturb. Tell your little girlfriends you will talk to them later. You're focused on building your dream life. You're going to sit down at home. No, you don't need to be at Starbucks because you get distracted there. You're going to sit down in your house and you are going to start the ebook and you're going to finish it. Not start, stop, come back next week, because we all know how you do. You never come back. You're going to start it and you're going to finish it. 2 hours is all you need. If we are crystal clear on all of those instructions, go ahead and put clear in the chat, because respectfully, ain't no point talking about sales if you ain't got nothing to sell. Good morning, because they're running away. Yes, we're not running away no more. No, we're not running away from nothing. We're going to build our dream life. We're going to build our confidence. We're going to build our discipline and our accountability and our consistency so we can finally become the woman who actually follows through. Every time you break a promise to yourself, you are subconsciously telling yourself that you don't believe you're worthy of it. And that's why you feel the way you feel. But if you keep the promises you make to yourself, now you're subconsciously telling yourself that you are worthy of it. And now you feel good about yourself because you're finally doing something for yourself. Hello, clock it. Now, sales. I told you guys a few minutes ago, sales is 80% of the business. That is more than half, okay? So we gotta get this right. We don't have a choice. But I'm gonna be honest, most people fail at sales. Most people fail, but not for the reasons that you think. No, because some of you are like, oh my God, it's because it's so hard. No, it's not. Actually, sales is really easy. I can't make this up. But people's mindset and the things that they think in regards to sales is what makes sales so hard for them. People will say things to themselves, and you might be guilty of this too. Well, Jazz, I don't want to talk about my product too much, and people unfollow me. What if I'm being annoying? What if people think I'm begging them for money? Okay. Well, before we can sell something, we have to fix our mindset in regards to sales. First of all, what I need you to understand is this. Selling is not begging. Selling is solving. That's it. People have a problem and you have a solution. That's it. You are not begging anyone for anything. You are simply solving someone's problem. So get that out your head and fast. Number 2, you don't have a choice but to talk about your products and your services and how you can help people consistently, because they are going to forget. Ladies, people have their own lives. They have their own stresses. They are not thinking about you. People are being fed content from the time they wake up to the time they go to bed. They have forgotten everything that you said. You have to consistently remind them so that they can even begin to remember. Why do you think I keep telling you to take notes on this live? Because I already know you're going to forget. I already know that. So I keep telling you, take notes. Why do you guys think I keep telling you guys the key word of this live is execution? You have heard me say this word about 50 times so far. Why do I keep repeating myself? Because if I don't keep saying execute, you're going to forget. So I'm beating it into your head so you remember I have to execute. You guys, you have to consistently remind people that you exist so that they remember. You don't have a choice. Look at Amazon. We all know who they are. We all got the memo. Everybody knows what Amazon is. And most of us are Prime members. So they're already getting a monthly subscription out of us. So even though we are all knowing who Amazon is and they already get most of us to spend the $12.99 monthly subscription, they still remind you all day that they exist. How? You can't even go 2 miles down the street without seeing an Amazon truck. They didn't have to paint that truck blue. They could have left it white. They didn't have to put their logo on it, but they did it on purpose. Why? So that every time you see one of their trucks, which is all day, your brain thinks Amazon. You can't even go down a neighborhood without seeing Amazon boxes on the doorstep. They didn't have to put their logo on those cardboard boxes. They could have left them blank, but they did it on purpose. Why? So that every time you see one of those boxes, which is all day, your brain thinks Amazon. Do you really think they're worried about you thinking that they're begging you for money? Do you really think they care about being annoying? Do they really think you're going to unfollow or unsubscribe because they keep reminding you? Please, they know you're not going nowhere because you still got that Amazon Prime subscription going. And most of your stuff is coming from Amazon. They know they have a solution to your problem. You're lazy. You want convenience. We all do. They know that. You're not going anywhere because you will always want that 2-day, 1-day, same day shipping. For those of you guys who have seen my face before, maybe I'm not a new face to you. I have been doing this for 6 years, okay? You might have found me on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Threads. I'm everywhere. How is it that I'm able to consistently show up and remind people about Glow Up Academy without worrying about people thinking I'm begging them for money or unfollowing me because I'm talking about Glow Up Academy too much? How am I able to do that? Because I know I have a solution to people's problems. Women want to learn how to finally follow through with the things that they say they're going to do. I teach them that inside Glow Up Academy. Women actually build their businesses and make money online. I teach them that all inside Glow Up Academy. Women want to learn how to become more disciplined and accountable and heal themselves so they can stop getting in their own way. I teach them that inside of Glow Up Academy. If people unfollow me because I'm talking about Glow Up Academy too much, I don't care. They'll come back when they're ready. They just weren't ready today, and that's okay. And because I have that energy with my products and services, I sell, and I sell a lot. Because Amazon has that energy with their products and services, they sell, and they sell a lot. And if you want to sell a lot too, you are going to have the same energy about your products and services. You do not have a choice. You're either going to sink or you're going to swim. The choice is always yours. If you're ready for sales tip number 1, go ahead and put a 1 in the chat. And for those of y'all who are just tuning in, good morning. My name is Coach Jazz. I am teaching you guys how to build your online business, but most importantly, how to build yourself. Let's go. Let's go. We're building our confidence, our accountability, our discipline, our follow through so we can stop getting in our own ways. We're going to set boundaries for ourselves. We're going to set standards for ourselves. We're going to stop tolerating disrespect from ourselves and from others. Your whole life is going to glow up because the way you see yourself is going to glow up. Ladies, you can't do good if you don't feel good. But the reason you don't feel good is because you never do anything for you. You matter too. Everybody can't keep coming before you. It's not getting you anywhere. So we got to fix it. And I want to address the elephant in the room, which is the word failure. A lot of you guys haven't even started whatever goal you have for yourself because you're so afraid to fail. But most of you guys don't even know what failure really means. Some of you guys think failure is you post your first YouTube video and if you don't get 50,000 subscribers in 7 days, then you failed. Some of y'all really think that if you make your first TikTok account and you don't get 10,000 followers in 48 hours, then you failed. Some of y'all really think that if you launch your first ebook and you're not a millionaire in 30 days, then you failed. But ladies, that's not failure. Failure only exists when you quit. When you throw in the towel and you say, you know what, I'm done, I don't want to do this anymore, I give up, well then you have officially failed. But if every single day you just commit to getting a little bit better, just a little, ladies, I'm not even asking for a lot. Just do something today that you didn't do yesterday. As long as you keep doing that day after day, that's not failure because eventually you will get the results. Maybe yesterday you made excuses. How about today you don't? Maybe yesterday you thought about making content. How about today you actually record a 20-second reel? Maybe yesterday you thought about the business that you would love to have one day. How about today you do something towards it? As long as you do something, no matter how big or how small, every single day or just consistently, that's not failing. Even if you can only do 10 minutes towards it, just do it. You have 10 minutes. You have 20 minutes. Yes, you do. And the problem is, I'm guilty of this too. We set timelines on when we feel entitled to the results. Somewhere in your head, you have convinced yourself that you should be a millionaire by next week because some person on TikTok told you that. And if it didn't happen, now you feel like you failed. Failing to realize if you just keep going, you will eventually get there. For my ladies who have lost weight, I have lost 100 pounds. You know this. If you consistently eat less food and consistently move your body, won't you eventually get to your goal weight? Yes. Yes, you will. If you consistently pay down your credit cards and you consistently make your payments on time, won't you eventually get to the credit score that you want? Yes. Yes, you will. Why would your business be any other way? It's not. So just keep going. Because if you just keep going, then you didn't fail. So now you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Now that we got that out of our chest, I don't want to hear nothing about nobody failure. Sales tip number 1, write this down. Content is king. We ain't talking about failure no more. And distribution is queen. Content is king and distribution is queen. Yep, they will do it. Yes, that's why I tell y'all, get off this app. I say it all the time, get off the app. Get off the app, work on your business, and only be on the app to promote your business. Content is king, distribution is queen. Let's talk about it. Let's break this down. So the content is king part. Okay. The way we're going to get the word out about our products and services and the way we're going to build our community is through our content. So posting reels, pictures, posting on our stories, going live, if you make long form YouTube videos, all of that is content. And that's how we're going to let people know about our products and services, okay? Content is king because we have to post consistently. Remember, We got to remind people because they're going to forget. And consistently means more often than not. So if there are 7 days in a week, we need to be posting 4 out of the 7. But we also said we're going to get better every single day. And as long as we make progress, that is good. So maybe you're not posting at all. Fine. Maybe you're camera shy. Fine. What you're going to do is you're going to start recording yourself for 20 seconds every single day. Not to post, but just to be in front of the camera. Once you get comfortable with that and you're no longer camera shy, now you're going to commit to recording 1 video to post a week. It could be 20 seconds. That is not that much time. Once you get comfortable with that, then we'll up it to 2, 3, 4, so on and so forth. So we're just going to focus on just doing something different every single day. So don't get overwhelmed. Now, the distribution is queen part. Not only will we be posting consistently, we also need to be building at least 3 platforms. Why 3? Because 1 is too close to none. Like that 1 income you have at that 1 job. If they laid you off tomorrow, what would you do? You'd be sitting there freaking out, trying to figure out how you're gonna pay them bills. If you put all of your eggs in a TikTok basket and the US decides to ban it, what would you do? You'd be sitting there freaking out. Like all the other TikTokers who only had their eggs in a TikTok basket. Ladies, I always teach my students, we have to stay proactive so we never have to be reactive. In other words, we got to stay ready. Good morning. Now, which platform should you grow? That's up to you. You have a lot of options. I always suggest just starting with the platform you're always on. So if you're always on TikTok, start TikTok. Obviously, you love this app so much because you're always on it. And then just choose 2 more. And it is not hard to build 3 simultaneously. No, it's not. Get out of your head. The same video that you put on TikTok, you will throw it on Instagram and Facebook or YouTube Shorts, wherever you want to be. It takes an extra 5 minutes. I do it all day. I promise you it's not hard. Now, let me give you some words of wisdom. In case you didn't know, YouTube is the most watched platform. Some of y'all are confused. Some of y'all think it's TikTok. No. Very good, Keisha. I'm glad you're here. You present. It is not TikTok. Thank you. It is YouTube. YouTube has even replaced cable. There are more people watching YouTube than anything else. So I always encourage every last one of my students to carry your pretty behind over to YouTube and start your channel. And let that be at least 1 of the 3 that you grow. But you do what you want. That's just words of wisdom. It's just information. Now, before we get into sales tip number 2, I want to talk to the woman on this live who's still allowing fear to take over. We haven't even really said anything complicated, for real, but your fear has you in a chokehold. And you're saying things to yourself right now like, Jazz, I would love an online business, but honestly, I don't think I can. Honestly, this just sounds hard. You're telling me to post consistently. I'm still camera shy. You're telling me to make my own ebook. You're telling me to build 3 platforms. I don't know, Jazz. I don't know. I don't think I can do this. And honestly, this just sounds too hard for me. Okay. Well, before you run away, like you always do, before you let fear take over and steal your dream life from you, just listen. Just listen. One thing I'm going to tell you is this. I can't convince you of anything. I don't have the power to, and I'm not going to try. So if you want to believe that posting content consistently is hard, then fine. I'm not going to take that away from you. It's hard. You're right. Cool. If you want to believe that making an ebook that ChatGPT wrote for you and pasting it into a Canva template is hard, then fine. I'm going to not take that away from you. You're right. It's hard. Cool. If you want to believe that recording a 20-second TikTok video and posting it is so hard, then fine. I'm not going to convince you otherwise. You're right. It is hard. But let me remind you of this in case you forgot. The life that you're currently living is hard. Knowing that you're meant for more and not living it is hard. Crying all the time because you're unhappy with your life and the direction it's going in right now is hard. Seeing other people live a life that you want for yourself is hard. And you live like that every day. I'm trying to help you fix it. But what I need you to understand is this. As women, we have a horrible, toxic habit of never giving ourselves credit where credit is due. Life has happened to all of us at some point in time. There was something that took place in our life, and in those moments, we didn't know how we would get through it. True or false? I remember when I lost my grandma, I was like, I don't know how I'll be able to live my life without her. 10 years later, I'm still living my life without her, doing the best I can. But you never give yourself credit for that. Look at all the things that you have overcome in your life. And then here you are today, you overcame all of that. And then sitting here doubting your ability to record a 20-second video and hit upload? Really, ladies? Look at everything you've overcome. And then here you are today doubting your ability to copy and paste some words. Really, ladies? Are we serious right now? Our confidence has gotten that low? Yes. And that's the freaking problem. That is the freaking problem. Lack of confidence. Confidence is negative 50 somewhere. And I don't even understand it. It doesn't even make any sense. You know why? Because some of y'all are damn near superwoman, doing everything by yourself. And then you're still sitting here doubting your ability to do this. People couldn't even walk a mile in your shoes. And even though you walk 50 miles a day in your shoes, you don't even think you can record a 20-second video. That's the freaking problem. And it has to stop. This is why I keep telling you, you are getting in your own way. The way you feel about yourself is getting in your way. This is all a lack of confidence. This is a lack of confidence problem because you lack follow through. And I don't have to convince you of this. You can see this for yourself. There are people on these apps who are in worse off situations than you, still showing up, just trying to build their business. There are women on these apps with more kids than you, just trying their best to reach their dreams. There are people on these apps who are sick. They are always in the hospital. Cancer, sickle cell, whatever. And despite all of that, they still show up, just trying to reach their goals. You see people on these apps who have lost everything. They lost their job. They lost their house. They lost their cars. But they didn't lose hope. And despite everything going on in their life right now, they are still showing up, just trying to build their business. Now, let's be honest. Some of y'all ain't got half them problems. And some of y'all do. For those of y'all who do, I'm giving you grace. But some of y'all, no. Some of y'all, no. No. You sitting pretty. Yeah, you might have a problem. We all do. But for the most part, you are still very blessed. And you're not even dealing with half of that. And you're still doubting your ability to do this. And that's the problem. That's the freaking problem. We have got to stop getting in our own way and doubting ourselves. Listen, my online business changed my whole life. I have made more money than I ever could have imagined from a freaking cell phone. I now have peace. I'm not stressing about bills anymore. I have freedom. I get to do what I want, when I want, and how I want to do it. I have purpose now. I get to wake up every day doing what I love. You can't even put a price tag on that. I now have confidence in myself. I truly believe there's nothing I can't do, and you can't convince me otherwise. But before all of this, ladies, I lived a very different life. Before COVID, my life was completely different. I used to work a 9 to 5. See, I had bought into the American dream bullshit they sell all of us, okay? I bought in back in high school. They told me to go to college and get a 4-year degree, graduate, get a good job with stability and benefits, I'll be able to live the American dream, get a nice old house with a picket fence and a dog. I'll be able to afford some vacation, save for retirement, and then retire and live out the rest of my years peaceful. So I said, okay, let's do it. My mom told me to go to college. My friends were going to college. Let's go to college. I went off and got me a 4-year bachelor's degree. Cost me $40,000. Graduated. Got my first full-time job at 23. 6 months after I graduated. I thought I was about to be rich. Oh my God, when they called me and offered me that position, ooh, child. I thought I was about to be rolling in dough. $60K a year, full-time with benefits. So I was ready to live my new life, okay? So I wanted to move out of my mom's house because I was sick of her rules. I was ready to be a grown woman and do grown woman things. So I went and got my own apartment. Now I'm paying all these bills. But I didn't stop there. I do what most Americans do. I told you guys I had really bad spending habits. Don't judge me. We listen. We don't judge. I went out and got me a car payment. See, I already had a car and it was paid off, title in hand. It got me from point A to B, C, D, E, and F. But it was old. No touchscreen. No leather seats. No push to start. I had to upgrade to match my new life. So I got a brand new Dodge Charger, top of the line. Couldn't tell me shit in my brand new car. Cost me $450 a month. And we all know with the expensive cars comes expensive car insurance. By the time I paid all my bills for the month, y'all, I was broke, busted, and disgusted. Broke as hell. Couldn't even afford to get my nails done. I was broke. Paycheck to paycheck. But I had another problem. I had to start paying back them damn student loans. See, I thought the government was playing. I didn't think student loans was to be taken seriously. I thought everybody had student loans. I didn't think they really wanted their money back. Oh, you didn't know? Yeah, the government wants their money back, and they're not playing with you. They'll give you 6 months after you graduate to get on your feet, okay? So they won't call, they won't send letters. They just want you to focus on getting a job. But best believe when that 6-month mark hits, they are mailing you letters because they are going to tell you how much you can afford. They want to see your tax returns. So they're going to tell you the amount based off of how much you make. And so since they saw I made $60,000 and I didn't have any kids, no dependents, they said I should be able to pay $400 a month. I said, 400? I don't remember them telling me this when I was in high school. $400 a month. And that's the price. It's not up for negotiations. I had 11 student loan accounts that they lumped under one monthly payment of $400 a month. Every single month that I did not pay those student loans, I got 11 missed payments on my credit. I could not afford them, so I missed every month. In the course of 1 year, I racked up 121 missed payments. My credit was shot. 520. So I'm broke as hell. I have really bad credit. I have one last problem. I hated my job. College did not prepare me for the war zone in corporate America. I had no clue what I was walking into. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I grew up very sheltered, okay? I didn't know too much. I was very naive, very green in my early 20s, okay? I thought everybody was just kind and loving and nice and all those things. No. See, in the interview, the supervisor told me that everybody was just one big old happy work family and we all love each other and care about each other and we all do good things for each other. So I went into that department thinking that's really how it was. See, I learned in corporate America, people will smile in your face, but they don't like you. They'll sit in the break room with you, kiki and kaka, but they don't like you. They will invite you to happy hour off the clock. They will even invite you to their house, but they don't like you. Okay, they will do secret Santas with you for Christmas and Thanksgiving potlucks, and we all just sit around and sing kumbaya and act like we really like each other, but best believe they don't like you. And when they are ready to stab you in the back because they want to be promoted, oh, best believe they will. That is not your work family. I had no clue. Everything I said to my work sister was in my manager's email. I was on the most hated list. My work sister told me we were sisters. She was older than me. Just so you know, I worked with all women and I was the youngest one there. My work sister was 31. I must have put in hundreds, if not thousands, of applications trying to get the hell out. But I couldn't even get an interview. Nobody was calling me back. So I'm broke, paycheck to paycheck, and I am miserable at my job. For the first time in my life, at 23 years old, I felt trapped. If you have never experienced what it feels like to feel trapped, consider yourself blessed. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. But I'm gonna give you some context. See, trapped feels like no matter what you do, your life's not gonna get no better. You could try to have a positive mindset and just try to be optimistic, but it feels like nothing but negative ass shit from the time you wake up to the time you go to bed. You can try to pray to God and get him to help you about the situation that you're in, but it feels like he's ignoring you because it feels like he's not listening, because it feels like he's not fixing it because you're still unhappy. And it's like no matter what you do, it's not gonna get any better. You can try to get a part-time job or work some overtime so you can get some extra money, so you can catch up on some bills and get some breathing room. But just when you finally start to have a little bit of a savings account, something always comes and slaps you in the face. Now your car won't start. It's always something. Your life begins to feel like a nightmare that you can't wake up from. That's how trapped feels. And I felt like that for 6 years. I was miserable. You know, I used to cry before I even clocked in. I would sit in my car and cry. I started bringing my job home with me. I couldn't escape. You ever did that? So you're at home. You have clocked out. You're not getting paid for this. But you can't get them out of your head. So now you are at home telling your spouse about everything that this person has done to you all day. They are literally living in your head and you can't escape them. There's no peace. I couldn't even sleep anymore. I was so stressed about bills. I started to have anxiety. I lived a pretty happy childhood. I didn't have anxiety. Now I got butterflies in my stomach. I'm paranoid because I'm so desperate for this job. I'm thinking they're going to fire me. Every day. And to cope with all of my misery and my depression, I started drinking. First, it was just a few drinks a week just to kind of calm my nerves. But it quickly spiraled out of control. I became an alcoholic. And the only reason that I'm even telling you any of this is because if any of my story resonates with you, ladies, you are already doing something hard. Crying all of the time because you are so miserable with the direction that your life is going in is hard as hell. Not even believing that you're worthy of anything better than what you're doing is hard as hell. I have been there. I have done that. And the reason why I was so depressed back then was because I had nothing in my life to look forward to. I didn't have any hobbies back then. I didn't have anything. No interest. My life felt like it was on repeat. Get up, go to work, be miserable, come home, cry, drink, sleep, repeat. Who wouldn't be depressed? That is depressing ass shit. No, there's nothing wrong with you. It's just depressing. Anybody would be depressed with that. But now I get to wake up every day doing what I love to do. You can't even put a price tag on that. Ladies, when you get to look forward to your day, you radiate a different type of energy. It just comes through you because you're genuinely happy for once and everybody around you can feel it. And now you have this newfound confidence. You carry yourself different. The way you love yourself, the way you respect yourself, it's all different. All because you're truly happy. I want you to get there. I want that for you. And you see people all the time doing the darndest things, making millions. So you know it's possible. You see it every day. If you even had the idea in your head, that's because you can. I believe all ideas are seeds that God plants in our head. I truly believe that. If you even thought the thought, that's because you can. God wouldn't give you an idea that you couldn't do. He gave you thousands last year, and you did nothing with any of them. And I want to say one more thing before we move forward, because I really didn't make sure you hear me loud and clear on this. Ladies, I hope you realize that if you work 8 hours or more, you realize you spend more time at work with people that you don't even like than you do with your family who loves you. See, I literally work 9 to 5. So what should have only been a 20-minute ride is an hour because I'm stuck in rush hour traffic. An hour to work, an hour back, 8 hours at work. You get a 1 hour lunch break. That's 11 hours out of my day gone. By the time you get home, you are tired. You are drained. You are defeated. You only have a few hours to spend with your spouse and your kids before you have to put everyone to bed, just to repeat it again tomorrow, just to look forward to the weekend. But respectfully, what the hell are you looking forward to? Because Friday, you still worked. They still got 8 hours out you. Saturday is the only day that you get to do what you love. Sunday, not so much. No, because you have to prepare for the work week. You got to cook, you got to clean, you got to do laundry, you got to go to the grocery store, and you have to mentally prepare yourself for the bullshit sitting on your desk come Monday. Ladies, that's not living. That is surviving. Life is meant to be lived, not survived. I don't know what your religious beliefs are, but I know mine. And the God that I serve, He loves me. You can't convince me otherwise. And since he loves me so much, why would he put me on this earth to be miserable and crying every day? He didn't want that for me. That's not why he made me. He made me for a very special reason, and he allowed me the opportunity to find it, and now I get to live it every single day. He made you for a very special reason too. Your life is worth more than paycheck to paycheck. Your life is worth more than slaving away at a job to make someone else rich while you're counting pennies trying to make ends meet at home. Your life is worth more than that. There is something very special about you, and you should be monetizing it. And that's the beauty with online business. You can monetize anything. Anything your heart desires, you can do. You see it for yourself. But the problem is life has a tendency to life, right? And somewhere on your journey, you lost your light. Now it's dim. Now it's dark. And here you are today, thinking that there is nothing great about you and that you can't do this and it's just not in the cards for you. Maybe it was a toxic relationship. Maybe it was toxic family. Maybe it was toxic friends. Maybe it was a toxic environment. I don't know. But what I do know is this. You can do this. If you even thought the thought, that's because you can. God does not plant seeds where the environment cannot harvest them. No, he does not. But you live in fear, and you continue to allow fear to hold you back. People always want to talk about they walk with God until it's time to walk. You won't even try the idea. Nobody has told you to quit your job. You won't even try the idea that he gave you. He gave about 50 of them last week. Ain't did none of them. Because you continue to allow fear to steal your dreams. It has to stop. You can do this. I am telling you, you can. So get out of your head and stop thinking worst case scenario. What if you actually tried and it worked? Okay. Cool. Now that we got that out of our system. Sales tip number 2. And for those of y'all who are just tuning in, good morning. Happy Sunday. My name is Coach Jazz. We're building our online business this morning. Most importantly, we're building ourselves, our confidence, our discipline, accountability, self-respect, boundaries, peace. Okay. Sales tip number 2, write this down. People only buy from people that they like, that they know, and that they trust. People only buy from people that they like, know, and trust. So if they don't like you, not gonna buy. If they don't know you, not gonna buy. And if they don't trust you, they're not gonna buy it. So how do we get people to like us? Okay. In your content, that's how we're gonna get the word out, remember? And we're gonna build our community through our content. In the content that you create, I need you to be relatable and I need you to be authentic. I need you to be, relatable and authentic, okay? In other words, I need you to be yourself. We do ourselves a disservice when we're trying to be perfect because we fail to realize that perfection isn't relatable because nobody is perfect. People connect with people who they can resonate with, who they see themselves in some way, shape, or form. I need you to start being yourself. I don't want you to be what you saw. I want you to be you. And if you struggle with being you, we're going to take it a step further. That's because you don't know who you are. I used to not know who I was either. Because my whole life, I was always who I thought other people wanted me to be. Because I people pleased. Because I didn't find value in myself and I felt like I had to perform in order for somebody else to see me as valuable. If that is something that you are struggling with, I need you to start spending more time by yourself. I need you to start taking yourself out by yourself so that you can start to learn more about yourself, not through the lens of somebody else, but through your own lens. Okay? And do not let fear take over and say, well, what if nobody likes me? That's impossible. That's impossible. There are 8 billion people in this world. Somebody is bound to like you, okay? I used to be fearful of that too. Ladies, when you post your content, it goes everywhere. You become an international superstar, okay? But I'm not telling you that to scare you. I'm telling you that so you can realize how silly you sound when you say people won't like you. There's people all over the world who need you. You have the solution to their problem. They need help. They're waiting for you. But you're depriving them of the opportunity to get that help because you won't get out your head and you're trying to be perfect. What if I let fear take over this morning? Then you wouldn't be sitting on this live hearing this message, and then I wouldn't have been able to help you. But that's literally what you're doing to others. I have women inside Global Academy from all over the world. I'm in the US. I have women in there from the UK, Australia, Jamaica, Barbados, France, places I ain't never been to. All because I was able to connect with somebody. The world is a big place, y'all. People will like you. So please just post the video. Okay? Now we said people only buy from people that they like, know, and trust. Okay, great. Well, how do we get people to know us? Okay, how do we get people to know us? I need you to go live. I need you to go live. Going live is the best way to build your community. Now, is it the only way? No, but it is the best way. Why? Because it allows people to get a sense of your energy and your vibes. It allows people to connect, interact, engage, and it allows you to promote your products. Now, some of y'all hard-headed. You can say things like, that's great, Jazz, but I don't want to go live. I'm going to say, fine, don't. I'm not here to convince you to do anything you don't want to do. But you also said you didn't want to go to work, but you still go. It amazes me how many people are willing to bust their ass at their job to make someone else rich, but they refuse to bust their ass to build wealth for themselves. And I promise you this, if you go live consistently and with structure, you will make more on live than you ever made at that dusty job. You see people all day and all night on all these apps selling. Yes, all this applies to faceless too. You can go live faceless, absolutely. People do it all the time. The internet does not sleep. It does not sleep, especially on TikTok. Now, some of y'all are like, well, Jazz, I would go live. I'm not against it. I'm just a little live shy. Okay. To my live shy ladies, listen to me. The only reason why you're live shy is just because you don't have enough experience going live, okay? It's not because you suck at life. It's not because this isn't meant for you. It's just because you don't have any experience. We have been on this live for 94 minutes. And if you're still here, that's because you trust what I'm saying to be true. Otherwise, you would have left. So I need you to go ahead and trust this. If you go live consistently, I promise you, you will get to a point where you are no longer live shy. I can't make this up. Anything that you do over and over and over again, you get better at. That has always been proven to be true. You did not always know how to walk. Now you walk just fine. How? Because you had to do it consistently. You didn't always know how to read and write, but now you do. How? Because you had to do it consistently. You did not always know how to drive, but now you drive just fine. How? Consistency. So just imagine if you consistently went live. I can't make this up. Go live. We said people only buy from people that they like, know, and trust. Okay, great. Well, how do we get people to trust us? Okay. There is a reason why I am telling you to post every day. And no, it's not for your health. The reason I'm telling you to post every day is because the more people see you, the more they begin to trust you. Ladies, consistency builds trust. I don't know if you know this or not, or if you're living under a rock. Ladies, most people work extremely hard for their money. You work hard. I work hard. We're all out here working hard. And if you want someone to trust you with their hard-earned money, you are going to have to be trustworthy, which means you are going to have to be consistent. You do not have a choice. Now, I want to do an exercise with you guys. For those of you guys who do not have a product yet, just sit this out, take your notes. For those of you guys who do have a product, but you're struggling to make the sales that you want, this is for you. First, what we need to do is remove the ego and the pride. Now, some of y'all can't do that because you think you know everything. And there's nothing that anyone can teach you that you don't already know. Sorry, y'all. I just realized I left the stove on. One second. Y'all, I had the stove on this whole time. That's crazy. I had that stove on the whole time. I forgot to turn the burner on. Okay. You think there's nothing that anyone can teach you that you don't already know. Whatever. Think what you want. I'm not going to convince you otherwise. Now, for those of y'all who can remove the ego and the pride, I'm talking to you because you recognize there's room for growth and improvement. I need you to go to your profile and ask yourself these questions. We have to be honest. Make sure you write this down. This is important. The worst lies are the lies you tell yourself. The worst lies are the lies you tell yourself. Don't ever forget that, okay? Now ask yourself, is it clear as day who you are, what you do, and how you can help people? I also need you to ask yourself this, be honest. If you were not you, would you buy from you? If you were not you, would you buy from you? If the answer to any of those questions is no, then you should no longer be confused as to why people are not buying from you yet. There should be no more confusion. But the reason why I'm saying yet is because you have the power to fix it. Meaning it doesn't have to stay that way. You have the power to fix it. That's the beauty of life. That's the beauty of business. That's the beauty of everything that we've talked about so far on this live. Anything, and I mean anything, that is not giving you the results that you want, just fix it. Just fix it. I already know that I am not the coach for everybody because I'm going to tell you the truth about yourself. And the problem is, a lot of people do not want to hear the truth. But the truth will set you free. But if you don't want the truth, then I suggest you go ahead and leave now because I'm going to open your mind to something. You choose not to fix it. This is a choice that you make every day. If it's not clear as day who you are, what you do, and how you can help people, fix it and make it clear. If you are live shy, fix it. I already told you how. Go live consistently, and you will not be live shy for long. You choose not to. If you are struggling with lack of confidence, fix it. I already told you how. Just keep the freaking promises that you make to yourself, but you choose not to. You choose to complain and vent and throw pity parties for yourself and make excuses and procrastinate. These are all choices that you make every single day. These are choices. You can fix anything that's not giving you the results that you want. But the problem is you live in a trapped mindset. And you have lived in this trapped mindset for so long that you don't even realize that you're living in it. Failing to realize that you have a choice. So you believe how things are today is how it's going to always be, and that this is just the cards that you were dealt and there's nothing you can do about it. Failing to realize you are not trapped. And listen, I used to live in a trapped mindset too. I really used to believe I was trapped at that 9 to 5. Remember I told you guys I felt trapped? That wasn't trapped. That was a choice. I chose to stay there. I could have left. I didn't have to stay there. Yeah, no full-time jobs were calling me back, offering me $60,000 a year, because let's just be real, I got used to that lifestyle. I could have went and got 3 part-time jobs. But then I'd have to give up my Monday to Friday. Oh, but then I might not have to work days. I might have to work weekends or nights. Oh, but then I'm not going to make $60K a year. Oh, I might have to move apartments and get a cheaper one. Oh, no, I don't want to do that. That was a choice. I was choosing to not do the one thing that would have changed my whole life, which was leave. I chose to throw pity parties for myself. I chose to make excuses. I chose to talk about what wasn't fair. I chose to procrastinate. I chose to do everything but the one thing that would change my life, which was leave. I was never trapped there. That was a choice. Some of you guys believe that the reason why you're trapped is because you just don't have enough information. And so once you watch more TikTok lives, once you watch more YouTube videos, then it'll all make sense. You'll have all the information needed in order to change things. No. Let's be honest. You are not lacking information. No, you're not. Some of y'all have more information than you even know what to do with, because you're on social media all day. So you have nothing but information. What you're lacking is implementation, meaning you don't execute shit. You don't execute anything. You are the woman who continuously talks about what she's going to do, but you don't do it. You are the woman who makes excuse after excuse as to why things aren't getting done. You are the woman who continues to waste time. You are the woman who starts and gives up. That is you. And my question for you is, how much longer do you want to keep doing that? Because it's not getting you anywhere. Because the business still isn't businessing. The content still isn't contenting. Sales ain't salesing. Confidence -50. Self-respect out the door. You let people talk to you crazy. You talk to yourself worse. You people please. You have no boundaries and you never put yourself first. So my question is, how much longer are we going to keep doing that? It is 2026. We said this is the year. This was the new year, new you, right? Okay, so where is it? It is time to take a new path. It is time to switch stuff up, because evidently what you've been doing isn't getting you anywhere. And the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting different results. You are going to have to change, because there are things about you that do not align with who you want to become. The version of you who is confident, who's living in her purpose, who's genuinely happy, who loves her life, who puts herself first without guilt, who knows how to tell people no and doesn't allow people to drain her, that version of you is already within you. She's already within you, but she's buried under the procrastination, the excuses, the lack of self-respect, the lack of discipline. And until you change those things about you, you will never become that version. So you're gonna have to fix it. You don't have a choice. But what's even more wild is you believe that you have all this time to fix it because you have become entitled to time. And somebody convinced you that you have all this time to just bullshit. But my question for you is, who told you that time was guaranteed? I'm trying to figure out how you arrived at that conclusion. Because last time I checked, we're not promised tomorrow. How do you even know you'll be here 5 years from now? Who told you that? But instead of you living life to the fullest, you live in lack. You waste time. Time is our most valuable asset. It's not money. You can always get more money. You can never get more time. And once it's gone, it is gone. You are getting older, not younger. You will never be this age again. And you see for yourself how fast time is moving. I don't have to convince you of this. How many times a day do you look at the clock and say, wow, it is already 8:15 a.m. Wow, it is already 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Wow, can you believe it is already 2026? Wow, I cannot believe I'm 35 years old. You do that all day. So you see for yourself how fast time is moving. And yet you still choose to waste it. And my question for you is, how much longer are we gonna keep doing that? How much longer? I'm just curious. You're gonna have to change. One of the toughest pills I had to swallow on my own journey. This is tough. This is tough. Your life and the direction it's going in, whether it's going great or not so great, is a reflection of the choices you make. Your finances are a direct reflection of the choices you make. When I accepted that, my whole life changed. Because for the longest time, I didn't want to blame myself for my financial problems. I lived paycheck to paycheck my whole life. Okay, I grew up in a single parent household. My mom was paycheck to paycheck, trying to make ends meet. I took that same mindset of struggle and carried it with me into my 9 to 5, thinking that the reason why I'm living paycheck to paycheck there was because I just didn't make enough money. But the problem was I didn't know how to spend it. I always lived above my means. And I didn't even realize I had that problem until it kept getting worse. Ladies, I told you guys, your problems do not magically fix themselves. They will continue to get worse until you fix it. And once I left that 9 to 5 and I'm working for myself, making $20,000 and $30,000 a month, I am still paycheck to paycheck. How the freak is that even possible? You want to know how that's possible? Because I never fixed the problem. And my finances were a direct reflection of the choices I made. Overspending, no budget, no discipline, just buying whatever on foolishness to impress people I don't even like. And month after month, paycheck to paycheck. I had to change. I had to fix it. You're gonna have to change. Now, some of y'all are like, Jazz, girl, I know why I'm paycheck to paycheck. And it ain't because I got too much money. It's because I really don't have enough. How can I get ahead when eggs are $12? I hear you. But I'm still going to repeat myself. Your finances are a direct reflection of the choices you make. And I'm going to tell you how. Ladies, times have been hard. This did not happen last night. Food prices, rent prices have been on the rise for years. But every day, you choose to do nothing about it. See, you could have launched your ebook 6 months ago. You would be making sales today. You could have started that YouTube channel 4 months ago. It could be monetized today. You could have started that TikTok account last month. You would be building your community today. And what do we say? Our community is who buys our products. But every day, you choose not to. You choose to complain. You choose to vent. You choose to throw pity parties for yourself. You choose to make excuses and procrastinate and talk about the shoulda, woulda, couldas, if, ands, or buts. You choose to do all of the things except the one thing that would literally change your entire life. And my question still remains, how much longer? How much longer? Because time is our most valuable asset, and you're wasting it. Listen, I'm not perfect. The version of me that y'all see today is a direct reflection of the changes that I had to make in my own life. I am nothing like who I used to be. Complete 180. Complete. You know I lost 100 pounds? Mm-hmm. I used to be 340 pounds at my heaviest. I'm 6'3", by the way. And I've kept it off for 3 years now. Yeah. I used to make a lot of excuses too. I had an excuse for the excuse. I used to procrastinate. Oh yeah. My motto was, why do today what I can put off till tomorrow? In other words, I'll just start later. But later never showed up. Yeah. I used to be my biggest bully. I know a lot of you can relate to that. I used to call myself stupid on an hourly basis. I would call myself dumb. I would say, Jazz, you're so fucking stupid. What the hell is wrong with you? You can't get shit right. That's how I used to talk to myself. How could I be a successful entrepreneur talking to myself like that? I couldn't. That had to change. The way I used to talk to myself was disrespectful. And I know some of y'all can relate to that. And the crazy thing is, you would never talk to a child like that. But for some reason, you think it's okay to talk to yourself like that. Absolutely not. The chaos that's going on in here is always outside too. Your internal reflects your external. And if you talk to yourself like that, oh, I know you got people in your real life talking to you like that. I already know, because that's how you talk to yourself. That has to change, and fast. The biggest distraction that I struggled with in my own life was alcohol abuse. And I told you I started that toxic ass habit when I had that toxic ass job. And you would have thought that once I quit that job, that it would have just went away. No. Your problems don't just go away. They just get worse until you fix it. See, I just quit my job. I just put in my 2 weeks. I had been there for 6 years, couldn't do it anymore. I was miserable. I was done. I quit. And I didn't have any money saved up. Mind you, I had just bought a house. Hadn't even been in the house for a whole year yet. I was only in there for 6 months and I quit. And I believe God told me the time was now. He said the time was now. He planted the seed. It's time to leave. So I left. And the plan was I was going to live off of stimulus, right? So I don't have kids. So I only had about $2,000. That wasn't much. It wasn't going to cover much of my bills. But my plan was I could kind of pay a few things, stretch it out, and then my business will start taking over from there. And then somehow magically it'll all just be smooth sailing and I'll have this business. That was the plan. That was the plan. So I'm doing all of the things that you're doing. Watching TikTok lives and YouTube videos, just trying to make it all make sense. Content creation, digital products, monetizations. How do I build my online business? I told you my drinking problem was getting worse. See, when I was at work, I couldn't be drunk for 8 hours because I had to work. Well, now I'm at home. It's COVID, everything's shut down. I have nothing but time to drink. So now I'm drinking all day. But I convinced myself I was being productive. I told you guys, the worst lies are the lies you tell yourself. Don't you ever forget that. So I'm lying to myself and saying I'm being productive and doing what I'm supposed to be doing, but it's not working because I'm not getting any sales. Nobody's viewing my videos. And it can't possibly be Jasmine. No, it's the algorithm. It's the algorithm. Yep, it's the algorithm. The algorithm doesn't want to see me win. How can I make sales if it's not pushing my content? I didn't want to believe the fact it's not pushing my content because I'm not posting consistently, because I'm consistently drunk. I didn't want to admit to myself that I had a problem. Who wants to say that? I'm the reason why? My ego couldn't handle that. No, I don't want to come out and say I'm an alcoholic. I would have felt guilt, shame, judgment. So I just continued to lie to myself. I convinced myself that as long as I don't start my day with alcohol, I'm not an alcoholic. So I would wait till around 11 a.m/noon because see, in my mind, alcoholics, they drink as soon as they wake up. So as long as I wait, even though I'm drunk all day, every day, I don't have a problem because I don't start my day with alcohol. The worst lies are the lies you tell yourself. But you get to a point where you can't keep running from yourself. Eventually, you're going to hit a brick wall. And eventually, God is going to make you listen. See, I believe God is within you. Okay, so in other words, he's not at the church. He's within you. So those ideas that you get, those are seeds that God planted in your head. That intuition, that gut, that's God talking to you, trying to tell you something. But a lot of times, we don't want to listen to God. We say we do, but every time he speaks, we don't listen. How many ideas did he give you last year that you didn't even try? You didn't even try. How many times did you go against your gut, your intuition, just to find out later you were right? We never want to listen. But eventually, he's going to make you listen. And I'll never forget, I was sitting on my bed crying. And I was like, I'm about to lose my house. I'm about to lose my house. I didn't know what to do. And he asked me, he said, Jazz, what are you doing? You have been begging me for a business for years. Which is true. I had been. He said, the opportunity is literally right here. And you're wasting it. So what are you gonna do? You gonna keep doing what you've been doing? Or are you gonna fix it? Are you going to change? I decided to fix it. I decided to change. I decided to stop drinking. Haven't had a drink in almost 5 years. I will never touch alcohol again. And since I decided to change, my whole life began to change. I started posting consistently. My platform started to grow. I started making sales, all because I decided to change. I started to feel good about myself for the first time in my entire life. I started saying nice things to myself, like, Jazz, you're amazing. You can do this. Like, that's how I'm talking to myself. And it felt good. I started to have confidence, something I never had in my entire life. All because I decided to change. Ladies, what a lot of us don't realize and what I didn't realize back then, in order to get something, you're going to have to give something up. In order to get something, you have to give up something. You cannot have both. In order for me to get the business that I had been begging God for years, I had to give up excuses. I had to give up procrastination. I had to give up negative self-talk. I had to give up fear. I had to give up self-doubt. I had to give up distractions. I had to give up alcohol. But when I gave those things up, God opened the floodgates of heaven for me. He gave me everything I asked for and more. All because I decided to change. Ladies, I had just asked God to help me make $60K a year to replace my job. But I even started negotiating with that. I said, Lord, if you could help me make $45K, I can make it work. I'll cut the cable off. Just help me get out of this job. He gave me 6 figures. I asked God for 10K Instagram followers. I thought that'd be pretty cool. He gave me 100,000 Instagram followers. I asked God for 5K YouTube subs. He gave me 30,000 YouTube subs. I asked God for just a little bit of confidence so I could stop crying all the time and feeling sorry for myself. He gave me a lot of confidence. There's nothing I don't think I can't do. I can't even remember the last time I cried. All because I decided to change. See, the woman I was at the time wasn't aligned with who I wanted to become. But this version of me was already within me. The one that's confident, who lives in her purpose, who follows through with the promises, who has standards and boundaries for her life. She was already within me. But this version was buried under the fear, under the procrastination, under the self-sabotage, the perfectionism, and all the things that were holding me back. We delay our own blessings because God already has your blessings for you. He is ready to give them to you. But the problem is we all have free will. So you get to decide how long you want to wait. How long do you want to drag out your blessings? Because He designed you for them. They are ready. But He will not give them to you until you become obedient, until you change. So if you want to drag it out 5 years, go right on ahead. He will wait. You want to practice free will and drag it out another 20 years? Go for it. It's up to you, but He will not budge. He will not budge. But once you change, everything that you ever could have imagined and more, He gives to you. And maybe, just maybe you're right. Maybe change is hard. Okay. But the life you're currently living is hard. Crying all the time because you're upset with your life and the way it's going right now is hard. I've been there. I've done that. I know. Always giving up on yourself because you don't think that you can. It's hard. I've been there. I've done that. I know. Living paycheck to paycheck and struggling to make ends meet is hard. I've been there. I've done that. I know. But I've done both hards. And I will always choose this one. Because this hard comes with peace. This hard comes with freedom. This hard comes with purpose. This hard comes with happiness. This hard comes with confidence. This hard comes with income. So you have to decide. Are you going to keep doing what you've been doing? Or are you going to change? There's no limit on your greatness, ladies. I've said that multiple times. Anything that you want, you can have. But you get in your own way. You are holding yourself back. So we have to fix it. We have to change. For those of you guys who want to change, and I want to help you, but I can only help people who want it. I can't help people who don't. And honestly, I'm not willing to try. If you are 1000% happy with your life and the way it's going, then respectfully, just keep doing what you're doing. If you like it, I love it. If it's not broke, don't fix it, right? Okay. But if you're not 1000% happy with your life and the direction it's going in, and you want to change it, I want to help you. Inside Glow Up Academy, I'm going to teach you how to build your online business. Everything you want is inside. Whatever the dream is. You want to learn how to monetize your platforms, your YouTube, your Instagram, and get paid for views like how I do and how several of my other students do, how thousands of other creators do? Fine, I'll teach you. It's all inside Glow Up Academy. You want to make your digital product? Maybe you want an e-course, an e-book, you want a private community? Fine, I'll teach you. It's all inside Glow Up Academy. Maybe you want to do TikTok shop, TikTok affiliate, get a percentage commission off of what you sell. Fine, I do that. I teach it. It's all inside Glow Up Academy. Whatever you want to do with your online business, I will help you build it. It's all inside Glow Up Academy. But not only are we going to build your online business, we are also going to build you. We're going to build your confidence together. We're going to build your discipline together, your consistency, your accountability, your follow through, your self-esteem and your self-respect, because you are your own worst enemy. And we have to fix it. Do not let 2026 be a repeat of 2025, because time is moving. The version of you who's living her life to the fullest is already within you. But you can't become her until you change. So let's change it together. Inside Glow Up Academy, we're going to build your business, but we're also going to build your mindset. We're going to let go of those limiting beliefs, and we're going to let go of that fear together so that you can finally build your dream life and become your dream version. Now, before we go inside Glow Up Academy, a couple of things. Number one, I only let 10 people in at a time. Because believe it or not everybody has the same goal. That's why. Some people have a product, no audience. Some people have an audience, no product. Some people have a million ideas, but I told you guys earlier, money flows where energy goes. Ladies, you're spreading yourself too thin. You got a million brilliant ideas, but we got to lock in on one, okay? Money flows where energy goes. If you're putting all of your energy to all these ideas, well, then nothing gets done. So together, we're going to pick your most favorite idea, and we'll build that. And then once that one is flourishing, then we'll reach back into the pile and build another one, okay? And some of you guys have no clue as to what you want to do, and that's fine. We'll figure it out together. No matter where you're at in your journey, I can help you. I have just noticed for myself, having more than 10 people join at one time overwhelms me. So I want to make sure everyone gets poured into the way that they deserve. That's why I cap it at 10. Also, before you guys are allowed to join, I am going to set a timer for 10 minutes. Okay, I told you I'm only here to help those who want it. I'm not here to force it upon anybody. Women who want it, they move. They move. They know who they are. I spoke to them. I connected with them. They're moving. So if that's you, do not waste time. Do not waste time. Because once that timer goes off, the link goes down. One last thing. Glow Up Academy is lifetime access. So once you're in forever. You will always have access to our live coaching calls on Thursdays. You will always have access to our live Sunday resets on Sunday. Yes, tonight. You will always have access to everything. Every month we're adding new stuff in there, okay? So you always have access. It's forever. You're stuck with me forever, okay? But because it's lifetime access, I typically charge $5.97 to get in, to stay in forever, and women buy it. 2 people joined this morning at $5.97. However, because you guys were present, you took your notes, you asked questions, you listened, and you promised me you were going to execute, I'm going to take the price down. But again, once that timer goes off, the price goes back up. Stop holding out on yourself. Just move. Just move. You can use Afterpay or Klarna to break that payment up and still get the discount and still get the lifetime access, okay? While we're live for 10 minutes, I'm going to take it down to $249. That's lifetime access for every single thing. And you always have access to my inbox, okay? To ask me any questions, to get any feedback that you want, okay? Now, before I set the timer, I'm gonna show you guys how to join. I'm gonna start with TikTok and then I'll show YouTube, because YouTube, your instructions are a little bit different. Okay. TikTok, in order for you guys to lock in, you're gonna click on my profile picture up at the top twice, okay? Now, this TikTok right here, this is my main one. So this is my backup account. So it doesn't look like this, but the link is still the same, okay? You guys will click where it says Glow Up Lounge HQ at the top. And then you will click on the red button right here that says open. And then here we are. You will click on this top button that says Glow Up Academy, lifetime access. And as you guys see, it's already marked down. Become the woman who actually follows through. It is only $249. Scroll down. Feel free to read my reviews, I don't mind. Enter in your name, quadruple check your email address. Ladies, the email you put in is where it's all going. So please quadruple check that, because sometimes the autocorrect gets you, all right? You can use Afterpay or Klarna to break that payment up. And then you're gonna click right here where it says Start My Glow Up. Within 30 seconds, you should be receiving an email from Stan. And then the second email should be coming from me, Jasmine Spencer, that's my name, okay? In that second email, you click on that and it takes you right inside Glow Up Academy Lifetime Access. Before you leave off of my live, I need you to confirm to me that you received your email, because I don't know what your email is supposed to be, so I don't know if you got it or not. Do not leave my live until you confirm that you got it, please. I like to make sure everybody got what they were supposed to get and is where they're supposed to be. Okay? YouTube, in order for you guys to lock in, your instructions are a little different. You're gonna leave the live. You're gonna come to my YouTube channel and click where it says Glow Up Lounge HQ. And then you'll click on this top button right here that says Glow Up Academy, Lifetime Access. And then here you are, Become the Woman Who Follows Through. Same thing, $249. Scroll down, feel free to read my reviews. Enter your name, quadruple check your email address, click the I understand terms and conditions, and then click the blue button, Start My Glow Up. Within 30 seconds, you guys, you should be receiving that email from Stan, followed behind the email from me, okay? Now, once you guys are inside, hold on, let me go ahead and set the timer. Okay, the timer is moving. All right, once you guys are inside, let me pull it up. As soon as I get off of live, I hop right inside and start talking to my members. And you guys, make sure y'all respond to my message, okay? I'm gonna be sending you a message because I wanna know more about you. What have you been struggling with? What have you tried? What haven't you tried? Do you know what kind of products you wanna sell? What are your interests? I need to know. So please make sure you respond to my message. There's gonna be a message inbox right here with a one red icon. So make sure you click on that so you can see my message and then respond, okay? Now, while you guys are waiting for me to get off of live, I want you guys to click on where it says Classroom tab, okay? Here we are. I want you to start where it says Start Here, Welcome and Orientation Vault, all right? I have a 7-day orientation for you. It's very short and to the point, but I do it for a reason, okay? Every day I have a small homework assignment for you to do that's gonna get you closer to reaching your goals for your business and whatever else is you're trying to accomplish in your life. Very small assignment. The reason why I'm doing this is because I need you to start building belief in yourself. See, I already know that you can do whatever you put your mind to. I know that, and I don't have to know you. But I need you to know that. But the only way you're going to know that is by doing it. Starting something and finishing it. Because now you're building proof for yourself that you are capable of starting something and finishing it. Not starting, stopping. And as we build that confidence, that's the same confidence that's gonna get you into building your business. That's gonna get you through posting content, growing your platforms. That's the confidence that we need. Because right now your confidence is -50. We gotta get it up. That's unacceptable. So this is how we do that, okay? So please make sure you go through that. Now, once you're done with that, Glow Up Academy, you choose your path. Not everybody's on the same path, and that's fine. If you're ready to start building your business, go to the Business Building Vault. I walk you guys through step-by-step, sharing my screen with you, how to build your ebook, especially when you get into Canva. For those of you guys who are not familiar with Canva and all the cool things it can do, I walk you through all of that. I also walk you through pricing your product and hosting it, putting it on your hosting site, all of the tech fun stuff, okay? I also walk you guys through how to set up your LLC, your S Corp or your C Corp, how to build your business credit, and how to file your business taxes. Maybe you already have a product, but you're struggling with sales. Then I want you to go to the Marketing Mastery Vault, okay? Maybe you want to work on your mindset. You people please. You don't have boundaries. You don't have confidence. All of the things, fine. Go to the Mindset Motivation Vault. Maybe you want to work on pouring into yourself in 2026. You never put yourself first, and you're ready to start doing that today. Go to the Self-Care and Femininity Vault. Ladies, we are feminine, okay? That whole hustle, never sleep, grind, that's masculine. We don't do that. And as women, we're very creative, but it's hard to be creative when you're always stressing. There's a correlation. We got to fix that. This is what I mean by you're getting in your own way. All of it, okay? Maybe you want to build your Instagram, go to the Instagram Vault. Maybe you want to grow your YouTube Vault, TikTok Vault. If you want to learn how to sell on TikTok Vault, okay? If you're trying to heal, maybe you're leaving a relationship, friendship, familialship, whatever it is, go to the Healing Vault, okay? Let's work through the trauma so we can be our best self. All right. And then Faceless, for those of you guys who want to be faceless creators, go to the Faceless Vault. Okay. So you choose your path inside Glow Up Academy. All right. Let me start sending out. You guys, when you get your email, I need you guys to tell me. Katie, I'm still waiting on Katie to confirm that she receives her email. Please do not leave up off my live until you have confirmed to me that you got your email. Don't do it. Y'all know how we roll. And for my ladies who are on the fence, you've been here. You've been present. That wasn't by accident. It was not by accident. No, it was not. No. If I was not able to connect with you, you would have left. You would have left. Do not let this be the end of our connection. Because once I end this live, my voice fades and you will forget that I even existed. Okay. I'm still waiting on Katie to let me know she got her email. RG3, can you check your email and let me know you got your email, babe? I'm not sure which live she's on. Katie and RG. Katie and RG. Yes. Okay, let me check 1 second. TikTok, in order for you guys to lock in, you're gonna click on my profile picture up at the top. Remember TikTok main, my account does not look like this because that's my main, but the link is still the same. You're gonna click where it says Glow Up Lounge HQ, and then click on this red button right here that says open. And then click on this top button that says Glow Up Academy Lifetime Access. And then here we are. Become the woman who actually follows through. Okay? Scroll down. Feel free to read my reviews. I don't mind. Enter your name and quadruple check your email address. Click this box that says agree to terms and conditions. You can use Afterpay or Klarna, and then click Start My Glow Up. Okay? Within 30 seconds, you should be receiving those emails. Okay, let me check, babe. Bria, check your email for me. Okay. YouTube. You guys have to leave the live. Come to my YouTube channel. And then click where it says Glow Up Lounge HQ. And then click on this top button that says Glow Up Academy Lifetime Access. And then here we are at the top. Become the woman who actually follows through. Okay? And then hit Start My Glow Up. All right? Okay, while I wait for the ladies to confirm emails, I'm waiting on multiple ladies to confirm emails. Y'all know how we roll. Y'all already know how we roll because you're not new to this live. Some of y'all are, some of y'all don't know. A lot of y'all are not. Did you refresh the page, Barbara? Refresh the page. You guys, if you opened the website, but then you closed out of it, I need you to make sure you refresh it before you start because they're trying to prevent fraud. So if you let the website sit too long without any activity, it's not going to go through. So you have to hit the refresh, okay? It's just to prevent things, okay? All right. This moment is shaping me into a strong version of myself. This moment is shaping me into a strong version of myself. Everything happens for a reason. Everything happens for a reason. Don't ever forget that. Progress, not perfection, is my focus. Progress, not perfection, is my focus. What do we say? Every single day, we are going to commit to doing something towards the goal. And that something does not have to be 10 hours. That something could be 20 minutes. Yes, it's 2026, ladies. This is the year that we said we were going to follow through. This is the year that we said we were going to build our business. This is that year. 2026, new year, new me. Okay. Oh, okay. 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 I'm just trying to see what's up. I am deserving of every bit of love, joy, and positivity that comes my way. I am worthy of every bit of love, joy, and positivity that comes my way. We have 2 minutes left, ladies. I have a positive impact on the world. This is why I'm telling you guys to sell what you know. I have a positive impact on the world. Sell what you know. You would be surprised at how many people you inspire, that you motivate, that you help. You would be surprised. A lot of times we live in our own bubble and we think we're the only one with whatever type of problem we got going on. Failing to realize there's a whole world out there and there's a lot of people who are struggling with the very thing that you could help them with. The internet is a big place. It is a big place. And there are so many people that need you. You will have a positive impact on the world. I am strong, capable, and resilient. I am strong, capable, and resilient. This is what I said earlier. We never give ourselves credit where credit is due. All of the things that you've accomplished, life's, and you still got through it. You still got through it. And here we are today, doubting our ability to start our business, to build our dream life. That's the problem. That's the problem. Okay? All right, you guys, thank y'all so much. For those of you guys who didn't join, one thing I know is this. When I end this live, y'all slowly forget. And then I'm just a faint voice. Don't end it like this. Hello. So you guys have a few more seconds and we're ending it. Make sure you guys follow me if you have not already. They do steal my videos, especially on TikTok, and make fake accounts. And they turn around and they message you. So please do not get hoodwinked, finessed, or bamboozled on these TikTok streets, ladies. For those of you guys who did join, I'm hopping inside now. So give me about 5 to 10 minutes and you should be receiving that message from me. Please make sure you check your inbox. I cannot help you if I don't know what's wrong. I want to help you. So please, even if you don't respond right away, I need you to respond to me before you go to bed. So that way we can get the ball rolling so we can actually execute. Okay? All right. Thank y'all so much. Have an amazing Sunday, and I'll be seeing some of y'all in a few minutes. The rest of you guys keep doing what you're doing. When you're tired of not getting those results, Glow Up Academy will be here. Bye TikTok number 2. Bye YouTube. And bye TikTok number 1.